I'm adding to this strain of content where all I wanted was to just be an artist. I just wanted to create. Irrelevant, not good enough, not chasing this high enough in a way, too. I felt like I needed to want it more in order to be really worthy of being seen. Hi, and welcome to my new cozy video where we'll be finishing off this little baker so it's ready to go on a journey to its new home next week. I'm going to use Faber-Castell Polychromos to finish off the illustration. It's my absolute favorite part actually, because you can already see the illustration has come to life with the Copic markers, but this step is really the cherry on top and will make everything feel like more tangible and will totally drag you into this scenery. I named this illustration Little Baker because it kind of reminds me of the movie Ratatouille, where Remy is Little Chef. It's one of my absolute favorite Disney movies, and it just never fails to comfort me. I really actually escaped in this illustration these past couple of weeks. I felt like I wanted to avoid the rush and the pressure that I've been feeling lately, and I've actually been thinking about taking a step back from especially these platforms that are celebrating overconsumption of their feeds. Like you scroll and you get hit after hit after hit, and after a while, you can feel your brain being completely shut off. And I'm not even kidding, you can literally feel it sometimes. And it just doesn't feel right. It feels like I'm adding to this strain of content where all I wanted was to just be an artist. I just wanted to create. I wanted to create to fuel people's souls and not add to this overconsumption of content. It's not even like people are not calling it art anymore, they're calling it content. And I kept wondering, like, if I'm doing anything wrong because it feels wrong and I can't really touch what exactly is missing. And honestly, I think I still can't. I think I still feel like I'm chasing people's attention in a way, and just for my art to get to the right people. I mean, I do it with the best intentions, but I crave to connect my work with the right people and for it to touch the right souls. And gosh, I'm already like so blessed. I feel so blessed to be surrounded by these amazing people that I get to call my longtime supporters, my friends, my fans, my patrons. I have a whole array of words for them, and they all hold so much love. They're the ones I hold very dear to my heart. But you know, as anyone, I'm so scared to lose it, and I'm scared that social media has this power over me that if I don't push out enough and if I don't please it enough, that I will, in fact, lose it. I feel like I'm its servant, and if I don't please the algorithm the way that I'm expected to, I feel like they will banish me forever. I've been through a rough patch on a personal level, like for the last 3 years, and on a professional level as well. Like, I've been through so much that it was just so much for me to handle, but I'm also very grateful for the insights that I gathered. And it's been a ride and a personal journey that just required a lot of my energy to just reconnect with myself, let alone with my art and then with my community. And I honestly totally lost touch. And it was so obvious that I've lost touch with who I truly was. And I've been on that journey so publicly. I think a lot of the people just tuned out of me completely. I don't know, it might just be the way I was thinking about it, like my intrusive thoughts can often get the better of me. I just can't often explain how incredibly hard it is to bounce back. And not even back, but to just bounce someplace else. And as much as I still want to be that person that I was before, I also really don't want to be her anymore. Like, I've grown so much and I learned so much about myself that there's absolutely no space, no place for her anymore. Like, I don't want to be that small with the mask on that portrayed this really strong woman that I really wasn't. Like, I was breaking on so many levels. And she evolved, and she doesn't love the rat race anymore. She doesn't like hustle culture anymore. She doesn't like the mask anymore. She doesn't want to create content anymore. She wants to create art. She feels in touch with art. And she doesn't love how these apps have turned from places where people collected their portfolio to places that are now quite literally feeding off of our souls and are planting a narrative of the person you need to become to suit the world, or better yet, to be worthy of a place in this world, or like on the app. It really consumed me, not the content, but the way it made me feel. Irrelevant, not good enough, not chasing this high enough in a way too. I felt like I needed to want it more in order to be really worthy of being seen. And it never came. But this pressure of feeling the need to wanting to add to this narrative and this new digital landscape crept into my creativity so much. And I wanted these algorithms to stay kind to me. So I kept drawing every day with the goal to push out content every day. And I kept trying to come up with ways on how I could draw attention as this person who admires silence and slow living in a crowd filled with people who were constantly shouting. I didn't know how to do that anymore. I just wanted to create. I just wanted to be an artist. And don't get me wrong, I know I need to put myself out there. I'm really not complaining about that. I have absolutely no issues with putting myself out there. I don't feel shy to talk on camera. I don't feel awkward. I don't feel cringe. I don't mind if others think that I am. I don't feel any of that. And it's quite easy for me to put my art out there. I needed this true connection. I'm seeing that people are starting to implement AI into their art. Brands who are using AI instead of actual illustrators, and influencers who are using AI as a way to draw in people's souls by even adding a touch of an assumption of what could possibly be art if it really were, instead of actually working with a real artist to really capture people's hearts in a natural way. It disgusts me that social media is allowing these types of content, but an artist can't even be an artist anymore. Because when back in the days, an artist was free to create whatever they wanted, we are now limited and scanned through a bot that is going to decide whether we get flagged or passed through. We are constantly battling, and we're standing in front of this gate with a bot, with a system that is going to decide if the art that is already turned into content is going to be seen by people who are going to consume it with their attention span that is supposedly now less than 3 seconds anymore on these apps. Art shouldn't be consumed like a piece of fast food. And that right there, it just doesn't sit well with me anymore. So tell me, how are we going to be on social media that now only pushes short form content, and that are now even at the point where their main user doesn't even have the attention span anymore to stop at your work to like or engage with it? How are we going to be on social media as an artist? I sure know I need an answer to that. And for now, I'm just looking for ways that allows me to still truly connect on the internet. I'm so glad I found you here today, and I hope you will enjoy it here too. Let me know how you slow down these days and what your thoughts are about this modern social media landscape. If you want to be a part of my inner circle and my diehard tribe, please consider supporting my work over on Patreon. I'm so eternally grateful for everyone who has ever decided to join me on Patreon over the years. I would not be able to do this job anymore if it wasn't for you. And if you enjoy this print and you're seeing this video before Tuesday, November 4th, there's a link in the description as well to where you can find the prints. They will be limited to 20 prints and I ship worldwide. I'll also personally pack them, old school, slow, and with the biggest amount of love. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure to subscribe if you would like to enjoy more of my videos, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!